Howdy, and welcome to D. Oh, my wings. Oh my god. I can't take them anyway. A budget cheer emote. Thank you for the budget cheer emote. Oh, that's a good question. For cosplay purposes, you could say that there's human ears, but in actuality, there's only the cat adjacent ears. Only cats. Hi and welcome, cuties. We're gonna chat real quick. You're not in trouble. We're gonna chat for a little bit while I sip my coffee. And then maybe brain rot. Oh, that's Tia, I'm so glad you brought that up because that's part of it. Okay, come on. To the tower. Yeah. Welcome in. Oh, I'm gonna turn up the BGM ever so slightly so you can actually hear it. You're not in trouble, but surrender your weapons and come to my tower. Yes, exactly. As it should be. Hi, cuties, and welcome to D. It's good to see you today. Oh, thank you very much. Most of you have been seeing D on Twitch, but here's my rare YouTube, what do I want to call this? Like my rare hello, I am here on YouTube for the week. I want to ensure that I make at least one YouTube stream a week happen. That was important to D so that I could maintain some EU friendly times for streams so we can hang out, and the other is because I don't want to neglect YouTube. This is also where like the VODs will live and all the cute edited content will live. It's the Twitch adjacent stream. Hi, Philo, welcome. Hello and welcome, Ariana.
Hello.
And hi, Dobie, welcome. It's good to see you. Like someone nibbled the tip of the cutie's tail? No, it's got a little wrapping on it. Let me show you. For those of you who don't know, a long while ago, in a galaxy far away. No, look. A while ago, way back when, before D was to debut, D went and he made a pit crew for you to enjoy. So if you wanted to make your own cutie, you can. Let me see if I can grab that link for you. Yes, I still have it. The cutie maker. You can Google it and it'll be the first one to show up too. Look. You can make your own cutie. And its tail right now is wrapping. It is mummy wrapping. But this was actually a design that was originally, the design was created by Tomo, the lovely vampire dev, in the Discord. And then it was brought to life by another artist who is credited on the pit crew. The paper tail caught fire. Why the cutie has eyes no other cutie has, and they're very intense? Because this is the censorship cutie, and it's judging you. That's why. Censor cutie is looking, bearing witness, and judging you. That's what's happening right here. Because this cutie was in my lap, and it was sitting right here. It was sitting right here, so that when I was doing zooms, let's say that I was zooming and I zoomed to the wrong spot, cutie is judging you. You're being judged! Ah! Maybe I should leave the zoom in like this, and then you see cutie's judgment always. It's silly and it makes me laugh. That is why. So, there's a cutie baker. And if you want to, you can make yourself into a cutie. Have a cutie sona. Because I like giving you opportunities to do things that... Oh gosh darn it, my wings. To do things that bring you joy. not to mention things that allow you to, like, put yourself into a situation that allows you to have fun with it. Yeah. They are the same, but they're judgmental. How rude. You have seen things. Is this the mods? Is this the cutie mod? Is that what this is? It was the mods all along and they're judging you, they're watching you. Perceiving, watching, judging. Alright, I'm going to make it slide. And then I will make it show slide up. Because I think this will be funny whenever I show it for it to just pop up from under the table. Wow. Hi, Sponge, welcome! So, today we were going to do some Helldivers brain rot because once Helldivers came out, it was, honest to goodness, one of my favorite games of all times. Because for those of you who know, and maybe some who don't, Dio was prior military, and I used to be an active member in the FPS community. I used to play a lot of shooter games. Not a lot. My favorite games have always been RPG and fantasy. Zelda is my top tier choice always and forever. But I used to play a lot of shooter games. I was a big Call of Duty fan back in the day, and I did a lot of Metal Gear Solid early games because I liked the sneaky aspect along with the pew-pews. That was a lot of fun. But ever since I was in the military, it became a lot harder for me to play military adjacent games. You know, trauma. That whole, wow, this is getting a little too realistic. Oh, yes, that's definitely more realistic. Yes. And then it gets too realistic, and then I have to remind myself that it's a game. When the game is no longer a game and it triggers you, it is... Oh, thank you very much for the head pat. Why didn't it trigger? I heard the sound. Why didn't you trigger? Excuse you. Sir, madam, let me check. Big D is on here. Oh, it's because I updated this model, and so all of the toggles are wonk. Let me fix that. This model has been updated by my wonderful rig mum, who... Where is it? This one? No. This one. Look, the bonk. The bonk has been updated so that the cutie flies. It's very cute. And I forgot to change a few of those commands to make sure that they match up again with the new model ID. It's one of the hard things about a rig that's still being updated in the background, because we have another outfit coming too. Smart squad tactics positioning while playing Helldivers. It is a lot of fun for me. Yeah. So before I was in your world, I was in the military. I was a ground pounder. I was in the army, and I worked ground operations, and I worked airborne operations. Sorry, I'm changing these things in the background so I don't forget. Oh my god, no! Sorry, there was a pigeon. It literally just flew outside the window as I was typing. I saw you! Go away! Oh my god, not again. Yes, you are my isekai. A pigeon! A pigeon! Evil pigeon. You don't know this. Hi, squirrel! You don't know this, but the pigeons have been obsessed with these window ever since her first karaoke stream, and we still don't know why. I say we don't know why, but Dee has an idea as to why. Where's the boop? There's the boop. It is because they believe the perch right outside the apartment window in this tower is just the most lovely perch on the whole friggin' neighborhood. So they love this window specifically. It gets the best sunlight. Dee is really happy for this current base because this current base gets good sunlight. And the little shiny gem thing that you guys got for Dee, I put it up in this window and it casts these rainbows all over the room. It's so pretty. I love it so much. That's one of my favorite things about this specific locale. It may not be the best tower, and it may not be my favorite tower, but it's a good tower, and it gets good sunlight and makes rainbows everywhere, which is kind of nice. Let's see, was there anything else? Oh, the pigeon. I need to make sure that that triggers, too. So, the bread mafia's on the move again. No bread mafia. That would be easier to negotiate with than wild pigeons. You trust the pigeon's opinion when it comes to a perch? Yesterday, I kid you not, there was a female pigeon on this perch right outside of Dee's window, and it was just looking at Dee. I was just walking up and looking at Dee, and I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I just scooch on up right here, and I try to sell you car insurance?" And I was like, "Madam, back the up. Get off my window right now. Do not make your nest here. Your boyfriend will come and ruin my streams. I don't need that again." Thank you for the super chat, Shadow Soldier. A former soldier. Hey, brother, my brother, right back at you. You don't need the salute. I mean, you can if you want to. But I will accept the tribute in other ways. Head pats are acceptable. Bagels are also acceptable. Oh man, that might also be one of the reasons why they're obsessed. Dee enjoys bagels. I haven't had a bagel in like a month. I've been so good. No bagels for a month. Sadness, fear, shame, and regret. No bagel. Maybe there's bagel crumbs everywhere and they appreciate the bagels. Didn't think about that, but now I'm thinking about it. You're thinking about it now. Bagels. Where's the shush? There's the shush. There's the shush. Oh, no. The pleasure is all mine. I am a gracious goddess. Not always graceful, but definitely gracious. Goodness gracious me. That kind of gracious. Alright, that should all be set up. And if there's an issue in the future, I will trigger it again and make sure it works. So, what ended up happening was my experience in the military kind of killed my love for pew pew games. And then Helldivers came out. Honestly, my want to try pew pew games started with Apex. In another life, in another time, I had some lovely friends that one of them really loved playing Apex, and she and I had a similar work schedule where we were up at the same hours of all hours of the night, and she had to be very quiet, and she wanted someone to play with her, and I was like, you know what, I'd love to play with you. It was very nice, but it was difficult for me to keep playing because it was very triggering, and I hated that I couldn't keep playing with her because she loved the game and she got very good at playing Apex. And it was a lot of fun to play, but it's an odd feeling when you're constantly trying to remind yourself that something is a game. And it got harder when the characters were too humanoid. That was an unfortunate situation that Dee had to deal with. So Dee stopped playing Apex, and then a bunch of her friends were like, hey, you should play Helldivers when it came out. So fast forward to more recently, a couple of months ago when it came out. And these friends were raving about it, and they were like, I think you'd really like it because it's super campy, very corny, and it's very easy to remember that it's a game. From the get-go, it's very much over-the-top kind of, very, very over-the-top kind of experience where the the comedy is in the delivery. Very in-your-face democracy, and it's both fun, an inside joke and an outside joke. It's wonderful. And for the first time in a long time, Dee found a game that Dee could enjoy playing first-person shooters with. It's more like first-person and third-person, which is great for Dee now, because, like, Dee is no longer a fan of first-person. It sometimes makes Dee dizzy, unless it's VR. Dee has been to 3 different VR arcades, testing VR equipment, because Dee wanted to get a VR system for herself and like use that to run around and get her in-game and out-of-game fitness gains. That was what Dee wanted to do. Unfortunately, these folks that created the VR like treadmill systems did not make them for home use until now. Cat VR has one, and I'd really like to try it, but it's very expensive. Maybe I'll put that as like a stretch goal or something, and Dee will get a VR setup so we can do 3D fun stuff. The Earth Defense Force? Never heard of Earth Defense Force. I should look it up though. Quad neural gaming, let's go. A third person or VR Deep Rock. Hey, let's go. So I've been to several different VR arcades and I've tried their treadmill setups where you can run around, move, shoot, and communicate. And actually, I met a couple other veterans while playing, and because we were playing games together that were pew-pew games on my rare moments when I went, and we would shout like squad movement commands to each other. And the moment you hear the first ready up and form on me or inbound enemy and you hear the short quippy communications, you stop and you give each other that look. You're like, hey buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy, 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 and then the monkey brain turns on and it's all, oh, we can do short form communication from here and it's a wonderful experience, and we're just like, 3 words, 3 words, 3 happy words, 3 happy words. Simple brain, simple monkey brain. It's a beautiful thing. Military communication sucks to learn, but then the neuron activation, exactly, the neuron activation when you are in the moment is priceless. And then Dee was playing with Turt and Narlirian, and Turt is a huge military buff and also knows the squad commands and movement commands. He's such an adorable nerd. I love that potato. And so we were playing Helldivers and we were doing squad commands, and it was so efficient, so beautifully efficient. It was so nice. It was so much fun. And Dee was able to play Helldivers without an issue because Dee could shoot bugs, and bugs are not human adjacent. And it takes Dee away from the fact that all the movements and all of the violence is pretty realistic. The over-the-top nature of this game made Dee love it that much more, and it was something Dee could enjoy without combat flashbacks. We stand Turt in this house, that's right! For those of you who don't know who we're talking about, let me grab his channel. Turtato Tart. Tart. Turtato! There's an R there, not an extra T. Turtato. The illustrator, the designer, the amazing VTuber, modeler. His children are all adorable. He's also drawn some cute stuff for Appy, and it's adorable. Wait, when was the last time that Turt posted? Turt, are you alive? Are you alive? I love you. Don't die, I will cry. Oh, I didn't know Spiral was doing her rigging. Oh, that's lovely. I just saw his post. I'm looking at his account, trying to find... Oh, this is his art account. That's why. I'm like, when did you last post? Are you alive? Let me find you his streamer account. Here you go. You can follow him on Twitter. You can follow him on Twitter. This is where you can find him. My nose is a little stuffy today. And I am now in my big woman form. So my cat... Let's try that again and use words properly, Dee. My face is no longer cat-shaped. There, we did it! Hooray! My face is no longer cat-shaped, so I can talk a little more normally. I was playing with the Force Ghost, not the Force Ghost! Hopefully, I'm still friend-shaped. But if you were not here for the debut, then all of this might be a little bit new to you. And the debut VOD, Dee has to get with her friggin' manager and find out why the VOD is taking so long to release. It's been almost 3 weeks. Uh-oh. If it's not done by Friday, today is Friday! Today is Friday! If it's not done by later today, honestly, Dee is just gonna chop it up and make her own debut highlight video, and it'll go out tomorrow. That's my promise to you. Or later today. Because you guys deserve to be able to see the debut in all of its glory. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you were there for it. I was so nervous. Beyond... I was shaking. I was sweaty palmed the whole time. I was really afraid that people would not like D becoming Big D. But I'm happy. Honestly, I actually had this conversation with Mari before the art stream yesterday. For those of you who did not see it, let me show you the art. It's so pretty. Look, I'll show you the art. D cannot art, but this is proof that art is based in fundamentals, and anyone can do it if you follow the process. Look at this! It's posted on Twitter. I'm gonna put it in the Discord as well for all of the subscribers on Twitch to enjoy. Lovely little scenery that we got to do. This was so much fun, and afterwards we were all chatting about it. I'm so happy that they all had as much fun as Dee did. That made my day. Look, I can make it my background. We can go to the lake together. Ah, yes. So lovely. I was very busy yesterday. We were hanging out with Miri. She's such a sweetie. I friggin' love Miri. Miri is energy incarnate. She's also a little spicy, but in a good way, a good kind of spice. Everyone should have spicy friends because spicy girlfriends allow you to be free of speech and mind, and spicy girlfriends allow you to be unabashedly yourself. These are the kinds of people you need in your world. The kinds of people who will encourage you to just be you and will accept that part of you. Thank you so much for the head pat. Oh, it's just pat. P-A-T is the command. We're very busy, but spicy friends, habanero friends, I'm gonna call them that. I'm gonna call you my chili pepper pals from now on, and I will love you even more for it.
Yes.
Hi, German Taker Johnny! Thank you for the head pat. Thank you for the boop. But before the art collab, since we got done kind of early, it was perfect timing because I had another stream right after that one with Miri on Twitch. What happened was I was chatting with Mari and Kai in the chat and Fee while getting set up. And Mari asked Dee if Dee was happy being in her new body. She's like, how do you feel after like the transformation? Has the reception been okay? Because Mari and Dee are on almost different schedules,
yes,
so it's hard for us to hang out. And she's like, I know you were really worried about this. Has the reception been okay? Honestly, it's better than Dee could have hoped. The only negativity Dee has really encountered was in marshmallows. There have been a few kind of nasty people posting to Dee in marshmallows. But you know what? Dee's going to address you live when Dee does a marshmallow reading. Which is going to be next week. I'll put another post out that says, hey, we're collecting marshmallows, and I will answer your questions live. Yes, a live retribution. Where I can be catty and crass, and I can be sassy about it and be like, oh, my thickness was too much for you? I'm so sorry. It's all right. You can just say that I'm too much woman for you to handle. And be like that. Ha! Get wrecked! That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Bet. So, we'll do marshmallows next week. We might even do our first hand cam next week. He has some stuff he needs to prep for Off-Kai coming up. Off-Kai mention. And I have to do some prep, and I thought it would be really fun to do that as a hand cam stream, so you guys can see me doing my little resin crafts. Sometimes you hear the voice and you expect a cat. Thank you, Plasma Banana, for being accepting of my new form. Don't worry though, the cat will be a toggleable redeem for you to transform D in the future. She's not going away. Kai, he lovingly crafted this cat and brought D to life, and our lovely little blob form. Those will be transferable, and those are coming back. But I wanted you to have like a transition period where you could take time getting used to, well, D. It's not a command yet, Zeb. It's not a command. Get out. Get out, Zeb. Oh my god. You little goober. I'm gonna squish you. But the only negativity we had was in Marshmallows so far, and a few people in comments, pardon me, were like, hey, I miss the cat. I don't want this. I'm not here for this content. But I think that is because, and this was actually, I can tell you, Blob is not the command, no! I love the Blob. The Blob brings me so much serotonin. We can't get rid of the Blob. Blob is for when D just wants to no brain cell bounce. Ba, 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 ba. But I feel like people looked at D and went, yeah, I'm not here for this kind of content. They saw the hips and immediately thought, oh no, she's gonna be lewd. She's gonna be disgusting and crass, and it's gonna be gross, and we're gonna hate every moment of it, and she's gonna stick her tongue out and waggle her bits on the internet. No, that's not what you're getting. Although I might stick my tongue out at you, but it'll just be like me going... That will be what it will be. Oh wait, is the Pedro command working? You will always dance. That is a fact. Always dance. So people are like, oh no, I want the cat back. Bring the cat back. I should change our category for right now, because we're not gaming. Dang it! Wings, stop it! We're not gaming just yet. I'm gonna put, but first, I'm gonna put chat first. I'll change the category so I'm not confusing people. Okay. Nice. Butt first. Oh my god. Apollo is showing us her butt model. Apollo is such a vibe. I love her. Misma is like the quiet one in chat, but like your absolute bro in game. Those girls were so much fun to hang with. And friggin... Ah! I see what you did there, darling. Category. But Apollo has a butt model. It's just a butt. It's just her butt. It is from the waist down, her butt and thighs, and it has physics, and it moves, and it walks, and it's so silly. And I'm like, what would you use this for? And she's like, to become butt. I was like, wait, what? I love her. Her energy is infectious, and it's so much fun to just goof off with her. I would like to reach out and do some more goofing off in the future, because she is so much fun. I would also love to hang with Misma too. I feel like Misma's the kind of person who needs to like dip her toes into the water first before a collab. Get to know you a bit, and then when she opens up, she's like super cool bruh. She's a bruh chick, and I love that about Misma. The vibe is immaculate. They're so chill, and I think they're the kind of person, they come off as the kind of person who maybe worries if they come off as too strong. No, absolutely not, honey. You are adorable, and I will squish you, and I love you. And Miri is always part of the spice fun. Miri is the cute kitsune who's like, I am spice. I am embodiment of spice. She's the hot chili pepper among the group, and she is the energy and the life. They're all wonderful people, and I was so lucky to be invited to this collab. I'm so happy Miri reached out, which means I need to reach out to her in the future and see if she'll let me do a reading for her. Speaking of readings, next week I'm going to be collaborating on Selene's channel. Selene is the gorgeous Pegasus goddess. She is the sweetest being. She is very kind and soft and gentle and loving and just a wonderful individual in terms of you can talk to this woman about anything. She is very worldly and she does fortune telling. Like she reads tarot, and Dee also reads tarot. And I can't wait to geek out with her about stars and moons and fortune stuff. And we're gonna be a bunch of nerds and it's gonna be great. So, segueing back to all the things. She would be a chili mango! Oh my god, Miri, if you're out there, you're a chili mango. You're an adorable chili mango. A cutie fruit. So, before stream, Mari yesterday had... Not Miri, Mari. This is my cute little palace cat friendo. Mari was like, I hope that you're happy. She's like, to be honest, when I saw this form, I was a little surprised. It took me a moment, but I didn't expect you were gonna be so schmexy. She's like, but you know what? After a bit, I got used to it, and I was like, you know, it's still Dee. It's still Dee. She's still a weirdo. She's still my friend. And I was like, thank you for that. It meant a lot to know that, yes, Dee knew this was going to be a shock to people. Dee knew that this form was going to be different and that people were going to expect it to be lewd. And while Dee is definitely a mature lady, Dee is not planning anytime soon to become a lewd tuber. And we like to keep it classy here. Thank you. So while Dee is definitely sultry and lovely, and Dee does not mind people cursing, Dee did enough swearing in her time in the military. You won't hear a lot of that here until you find the very rare moments or Helldivers, which makes Dee swear. So that's why everything's so wiggly. Tasteful lewd adjacent. I like that, Dobie. That's a good one. Tastefully lewd adjacent. There you go. I've used up my supply of swearing. Exactly. When you run screaming, charging towards a bunch of people shooting at you. Hang on, I have to word this carefully because some of the actual firefights and or live combat instances that Dee was a part of because of my specific MOS and because of the missions that I was on, they're not declassified, so I have to use very generic terms for these things. I'm like, Shadow Soldier, you probably get it. When you are running at people during a live firefight, trying to get to a buddy who has been downed to pull him to cover, usually your brain goes out the window and you will shout anything that keeps your feet moving forward. Yeah, you have to create cover fire. We were ambushed while doing a route check and an ID went off underneath our vehicle. So you get out and you do check and they tried to ambush us. Yeah. So we had one of our buddies go down, and when you go running in the middle of live fire, your brain turns off and it's just keep moving and keep functioning. So Dee swore quite a bit and enjoyed cigars while in the military, because when you're downrange, they have a thing that's like the cigar and gun club. It's what people do in their off time when you are not, you know, working mission. You enjoy things that make you feel a little fancy and take your mind off of the battle but keep you present. Dee does not do cigars on the regular, and Dee doesn't smoke. Dee does not. Dee is pretty clean. Dee used to drink wine pretty frequently, but I'm a very lightweight. My body metabolizes alcohol to sugar so fast, I become a woo girl in an instant. And while drinking, we actually talked about this with the mods, I believe. While drinking sometimes turns people into rude boys, Dee is authentically herself. The inhibitions just make Dee more of herself, which means Dee just gets sillier, goofier, and becomes your immediate hype girl in the weirdest ways. Like, oh my god, I love your hair. You're so beautiful. We should dance. Oh my god, I love this song. That is D. That is constantly D. D, woo! D is the woo girl. The woo girl is the woo girl who, every time you're out at a bar or a club and there's music and she's got a drink in one hand, good music comes on, she goes, woo! I love this song! That is D. That's D. D is your woo girl. Woo! Every 20 minutes, woo! That is D. So D doesn't drink much anymore, if at all, because alcohol will make D dizzy. Unfortunately, part of the injuries to D's brain is like a nerve thing, and D is not ready to test alcohol again because it will make D very dizzy. And while it doesn't make D sick anymore with the dizziness, it's very uncomfortable. Who knows? D will take up that challenge after D has mastered running. One challenge at a time. One challenge at a time. Yeah, it does make you lose more control of your body. But a little nightcap is nice if you are like D and you hold a lot of tension in your body. And that's from either always being at the ready and it's not mentally, it's physically. Post-war, your body doesn't know how to react. Oh my god, I love this song. Those are pigeons. Yeah, it hit net. Just like that. So your body doesn't know how to relax. A little alcohol can help relax the muscles, but it's got to be the right kind. And it's just like a nightcap. D was a whiskey sister for the longest time. Honey whiskey is still my favorite. And I will take that. No ice, please, and thank you. I also enjoy, as olive-y as you can get it, vodka martinis were my favorite. And all of, we call them bit beers. So they're the fruity frou-frou drinks that don't taste like alcohol, like Sex on the Beach, White Russian, Moscow Mules as well. Just mildly vibrating at all times. Talks a lot and gets louder. Yes! I love it. Darlerian, it's a vibe. I will never get tired of your 5 stories. You're a frou-frou drinker? Yes! Dan, let's go. Your Majesty out here with like great taste and great everything. Dan is always winning. Your Majesty, you're always winning. Save some win for the rest of us. These are some of the drinks that you have been drinking. Yes, they're tasty and delicious. If you're going to drink it, you might as well enjoy it. There is... I think it is funny when people are like, no, I only drink hard liquor. I only go and drink that hard liquor. I don't drink none of those fruity drinks. Why? They taste good. Why deny yourself the pleasure of delicious drinks? Just because they taste good doesn't make them girly. Or gender specific. I mean, ladies are lovely. I mean, women. So I can understand why you would say that the lady drinks are much more delicious. That is a fact of life. However, don't deny yourself tasty drinks, okay? So D was part of the club while D was deployed, and we did some hanging out and observing of different weaponry, and it activates the monkey neuron, which is great. Yeah, D doesn't drink much. D was a social drinker only. I would make beer bread. Beer bread's delicious. I highly recommend it. Pour a can of your favorite beer or a bottle into your dough and use that instead of yeast. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so delicious. Because beer has layers of flavors when it is brewed correctly. And those really are amplified in the bread. So all you'll taste is like the things that made up the soil and the hops and the delicious flavors all throughout your bread. It's so good. Stews with dark beers. Like a good heady ale. Let's go. But it reminds you of rotten food? Okay, yeah. If it doesn't taste like pure alcohol, I could introduce you to the most flavorful drinks that have a long-standing history of being meal replacements. Crazy, right? Some good heady beers that are there to be enjoyed as a meal. There are two kinds of drinkers. The ohms that like fruity girly drinks and the ones that aren't drunk enough. You can't convince me you dislike sugar. Agreed! Thank you! Sugar is delicious. So while Dee was deployed, Dee was a very avid member of these clubs, and while Dee smoked a cigar at least once a week while we were deployed, Dee only does it once a year now, and it is in the summer. It's actually coming up soon. It'll be mid-August. We do it in honor of, there were 12 members of our squadron that we lost while we were deployed. So we do something that was called the Sweat to Remember. And I have to hit up my battle buddies and see if we're still down for this year. But it was a 12-hour event because we were all wannabe CrossFitters. We did fake CrossFit while we were deployed. And we would parkour. We would just go as hard and as fast as we wanted to, but we adjusted a lot of the workouts of the day or the WODs to stuff that was more fun. We still got a great sweat, and we were the most fit in our entire unit. But we have what's called the Sweat to Remember, and every summer, and the anniversary of this horrible mission, I won't say that it's a mission that went wrong, but it was a violent mission that claimed many, many lives, and unfortunately 12 of my good buddies. We would take 12 hours. It was a 12-hour long event where we would do their favorite WOD, and then you would take a shot after each round. Gotta do a shot of their favorite drink. We took half of that out because all of us are like, man, I don't drink much anymore. I think they'd forgive me. And so we would do their workout, and each of these take like 45 minutes. So you get a 15-minute break to go grab water and a snack. And we did this for 12 hours. And at the end, you are supposed to go, and there's 6 members of our squad that still get together every summer. Heck, if Dee can, maybe Dee could go this year now that Dee is able to start training again. What we do is we get together and they do a cookout, and so we go and we barbecue because that's the other thing we did while deployed. Random barbecue. We had a really cool chaplain. She was this lovely Jewish chaplain, and she had the best like connections. She got us a whole goat flown out, a whole goat that we cleaned and we roasted and we grilled a whole goat. It was the wildest experience, but it was really cool. She's like, I know some fighter jet pilots who would gladly bring us a goat. We're like, chaplain, you literally got us a goat. And she's like, you can thank me later. First, we're cleaning this. We are about to clean this. It was wild. So lots of fun memories of barbecues, pretending we knew anything about cigars. Spoiler alert, we didn't. And lots of pew-pews. So we do a Sweat to Remember every year. It's 12 workouts, 45 minutes each. You are dead by the end of the 12 hours, but it's like, how do I explain it? It's like imprinting on your body the memory. And it's all in their honor because they enjoyed these movements. Do it for the bros. And then we'd enjoy barbecue and a cigar afterwards, because we were all in that cigar and gun club. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. 1 sec. Boop. Ah, thank you for the boop. Wait, did the boop show up? I didn't see it. Did it show up? Yes, exactly. You got it, Shadow Soldier. So, ever since, it's been really hard for Dee to play pew-pew games because, like, it feels weird when they get too realistic. Helldivers has been a wonderful game that Dee could enjoy. The democracy! And go into Soldier Brain in, like, a safe space. Does that make sense? Like, I can turn on the Soldier Brain and it doesn't go full-on traumatized war experience because bugs. It was one of the reasons why Dee cannot fight the automatons, and I feel bad about not being able to support the democratic war in space. against the automatons because they're too humanoid. And that will trigger D. That's so dumb. I wish I could look at it and go, this is just a game. But the separation is a lot harder than I think some people realize to continue to maintain. And so D likes to play her little fantasy games, likes to build and likes to create, and likes to tell you stories. And while I do kind of miss the Pew Pew games, my current goal is to find a game that I can level up in-game while I level up in life. One that will actively teach me good sword forms and check my posture in 3D. One that will allow me to adventure and become the hero I want to be. That's a good point, Dan. Respect your body and mind as much as you can. They're all you have, and then age is not kind to them. Truth. It has been shown that if you keep moving your body, you can do more than, I guess, the media would have you think. And if you keep using your brain, like, they're all muscles. Your brain is a muscle. It is goopy gray matter, but it is a muscle. If you stop using it, yeah, it'll get fatigued and it will become atrophied. Your body is filled with muscles. Just because you get older does not mean you have to stop moving. There's actually a old woman on TikTok who I really love to watch. She's called Grandma or Granny Gaines. Granny Gaines. She is in her mid-80s and she is so buff. Wait, she's late 70s? Late 70s, early 80s. She is so buff. And she's like a lean, mean leopardess of a woman. And you see her and she dresses like this cute little old lady who is just wearing these cute little turtlenecks, and she's got like these mousy glasses and her lovely white hair, and she looks so cute and unimposing. And then you see her decked out in her gym gear, and girl's got the most sculpted back I've ever seen. Go get it, Granny. Oh my goddess, it is beautiful to witness. She likes responding to people's videos when they're like, as you get older, you can't do such and such because your body won't let you. And her responses are always her looking at the camera, smiling and going, and then showing her at the gym doing full body pull-ups, doing seated rows, lifting free weights, and it is the most amazing thing to watch. Granny Gaines is an influencer, and the influencer you all need to watch on TikTok. She is like in her late 70s, early 80s, and she is so fit. She is living proof that you don't ever have to stop moving. And I do believe the more that I read up on this, the more I talk to my bestie who is a physical trainer, the more I talk to these folks, the more I realize when they say, as you get older, these things happen to your body. No, it's as you get older, we are stuck in like desk jobs and we stop moving. When you stop moving, your body is going to be affected. Even though it hurts in the beginning to start, you gotta keep moving. D is literally living proof of that. I have survived impact injuries. I have rebuilt the entire left side of my body. I went from being unable to move without pain to now I am learning to jog again. The military said I would never run, and I am about to prove them wrong. It takes time and it takes effort, but if D can do it, so can you. No one wanted to spend the time or the technology on D, so as much as I'd love to say yes, D was rebuilt because we have the technology, nope. Nope, they didn't do it, D did it. It was my effort. You can do it too. The mind and the body are so much more resilient than we give them credit for. We are now learning that mind over matter is a real and true thing, that the power of the placebo effect is more all-encompassing than we thought. Having a good outlook could change your day or change your life. Your mom, she's in her mid-70s, is still jogging? Yes! That was Dee's great Auntie Peppy. My beloved Auntie Peppy, who lived until her 9,000th and 800th year. She was still running half marathons, wearing her big beehive hairstyle and super cute leopard print one pieces to the beach every summer. She was fire, and she would tell Dee, honey, Go and rebuild yourself. You can do it every decade. You don't have to be one you. You can be all of you. She was a wild child. She is over 9,000! She unfortunately passed on the eve of her 99th year, but she lived a very healthy life. She passed naturally and in her sleep, and was beloved by all until the very end. What? 9,000? You tried to follow your gran? Oh, your mum. You were asleep the rest of the day because of thin air and the high inclines. It's hard. Oxygen, working on your VO2 max, which is improving how much or how well your body uses oxygen, is really difficult. People who train at high altitudes are doing just that. They are improving their VO2 max. But you can do that with a very simple ladder technique. Dee recommends using kettlebells for this workout because kettlebell swings are simple and effective for a full body workout if you do them right. Form is important. If I see you sticking your booty out at the gym, arching your back like you're trying to get your boyfriend's attention, I'm gonna stare at you and I'm gonna be like, ma'am, you are going to break your back and not in the way you want. Sir, I need you to tuck that tailbone. Tuck that tailbone! Tuck your tailbone. Tuck your tailbone under, seat the spine correctly, and squat. Squat, sit back and do it for the glutes. Get those gains, get that cake. Honey. The glutes are only active on the lift, okay? I could go over form for days because Dee has worked very hard on her glutes because I wanted to be able to carry a 300-pound man up a mountain because Dee had to carry a 300-pound man up a mountain, and Dee can carry a 300-pound man up a mountain. So anywho, at the gym, if you want to work on your VO2 max, you're going to do kettlebell swings, which is where you get into a squat position, okay? Get into a squat position. Gluten tug all day. I hope you're not glute intolerant. It's funny, you can laugh now. Tuck your tailbone. Like, don't flare it out like you're trying to twerk and get someone's attention. Tuck it under. You gotta seat the spine. You gotta activate your abdomen. I think it's funny when people tell you to activate your core too, and they're like, brace your core is what they teach you. So like they're like blow outwards, and you're bracing your core. No. That's not actually the right position for engaging the core. You don't want to suck in the core, and you don't want to blow out the core. What I'd like you to instead imagine is pulling your belly button inwards and then up. It's like zipping up the core. It's so weird at first, and it's very hard to hold, but it will. The activation is actually turning on all of the muscles of your abdomen, so that is your obliques on the side and the center. Yeah, you gotta serve, honey. You don't need to throw it back when you serving. You gotta squat so the power is in them quads. I am judging your form. If you want to take a picture of yourself and you want to like blur your face and I won't say who's who, I'll give you nicknames, or you want to nickname the photo, we could do that and you could judge your form using everything Dee has learned from literally rebuilding her body. Dee is unfortunately not as muscly as Dee was and would like to be. We got a lot more thickness, but it's lovely and plush. But Dee is still strong. The muscles remember. Even though Dee has not been able to lift heavy for 5 years now while recovering, Dee is not going to shame herself for that anymore. I've still got the strength. It's still there. I can still pick up, I maybe can't pick up a 300-pound man like a baby like I'd like to, but at least a 200-pound man, I can princess carry you for a little bit, okay? I can still princess carry you. And I am working on getting my muscles back. Muscles are very easy to build once you start. Yeah. Hello, Gizmo! Welcome. Yes, Dee is going to carry her future husband off into the sunset. As much as Dee would like to be carried like a sack of potatoes, Dee is thick and lovely, and not a lot of men can handle that. And that's okay. So Dee will be there to lift you up instead. Dee will carry you. Where do you send your marriage proposal? In my marshmallows. Do you enjoy a queen who can princess carry her king? Free uppies. So, if you want to improve your VO2 max, you're going to do kettlebell swings, where you squat and you put that kettlebell between your legs and you raise it all the way up over your head and stand. Squeeze those MFing glutes on the stand, and then you come to a rest position. Then you take one breath, and that is your rest. You breathe while you do the exercise, of course, but you do one. So you get down, you swing, you're breathing, and then you stop and you take one breath. And then you're gonna do two, and you're gonna breathe while you're doing the exercise. So it's exhale on the up, inhale on the down, exhale on the up, inhale on the down, stop, 2 breaths. And then you do 3, and you're gonna ladder all the way up to 20. You will be exhausted, and then you go all the way down from 20 back to 1. I don't have a ring fit. If I had a ring fit, I would absolutely do the ring fit adventure. I know, we're not hell diving yet. I got into a tangent because we were talking about Helldivers, and then I talked about fitness, and you guys, you gotta tell Dee to shut up and play the game, or Dee will just talk your ear off. But there's a reason I'm stalling. So for those of you who don't know, let's get to the meat and biscuits of it. Biscuits. Dee needs breakfast. Oh my god. Breathe like how you imagine dragons breathe in all the chemicals. Waking up. Are we democracying? So there's an issue here. When Dee went to play the game, it's stalling. It's freaking out. It's crapping out on Dee. Hang on. The new update. Yeah, we're gonna tangent. Oh no, I'm frozen! When your heart's not open. Ooh. It's trying to load the game. And you're gonna see why there is an issue here. So, when you went to load the game earlier, they did the update. And this new update requires that you link Helldivers to a PlayStation account. I'm really hoping that they roll this change back. I am not happy with this at all. No. So let me go to the primary game control. They are not going to let Dee play unless... Oh, hang on, it froze again. Hang on. Yeah. They're not going to let Dee play the game unless Dee links her account to an active PlayStation account. I do not appreciate this change because we were having a lot of fun playing as it was, and I do not see why I require a third-party app to engage with Helldivers. This makes me very sad. I am absolutely with Pirate Gaming on this, who did a spiel that said this feels wrong because your PlayStation account has a lot more of your personal information on it. It is being rolled out to everyone. I think it's randomly. You may not have gotten hit by it, but it's being rolled out to Steam as we speak, and Dee has been hit by it. I was hoping that by rolling back to an earlier version, it would stop that, but no, it did not. Dee is going through the menus, and it is now saying, unless... Like, if you want to continue playing, you have to go and link your account. And I am logging out. So I love this game. It is a really fun way to pew-pew and not be triggered. But they are requiring me to go through a third-party app, which is potentially doxing to me as a creator. I don't appreciate that. PlayStation requires that you put in your legal information, your name, and it takes snippets of your IP address. They use this information to go and give you the best gaming experience. This is true for your location data. And they said that it's important for moderation, but D is not so sure about that. Have we had any issues that needed extreme moderating up till this point? D has not seen people try to hack the system or mod the system because it was great as is. And I'm really upset about this. Yeah. The PlayStation Network is now being required for multiple users who are signing into their Steam copy of Helldivers. If you do not link your account to a PlayStation Network account, which, yeah, it's free and you can sign up, you can't play. PC does have kernel-level anti-cheat. And there's a way to use anti-cheat programs instead, but D has not seen people trying to cheat. The native game was so much fun. It's not very cash money of them. Wizard Money Gang trying to cast spells is not happy about this at all. Exactly. That was D's question. Why are they asking you to do this when they already have a Steam account attached to this? Why did they need you? Oh, YouTube turned off. Why did they need you to get screwy with it when you have a Steam account already? That felt entirely unnecessary. And I'm really upset about this change because Helldivers is one of the only first-person adjacent shooter games that I can play without experiencing PTSD triggers. I don't know if it is crossplay, but I do know that it is concerning to me as a creator, because if I want to play with my friends, you will now be able to see like the PlayStation data that I log in from. It does track your location. It does have some of your personal information on your account. And yes, you can try and hide this from friends using privacy settings, but PlayStation will have it. They will know that D travels all over the world and they will think that D is a spy. Yeah. It really bothers me. I wanted to play with friends today, but I don't know if I can play because it is requiring me to create a third-party account. It is also limited to some countries, exactly. So when D travels overseas for work, D can't play anymore. I'm not very happy with this change because I wanted to play today. I'm very sad that they made this change. A scandalous spy. No. Only womanly figure. And while I will go through and clean up my PlayStation Network privacy to play offline with friends, I don't think I can play on stream. I'm not happy about this change, and I'm hoping that they roll it back. So instead, I'm hoping not everyone on Steam is getting hit with this. It would be nice if some people are still able to play freely. But yeah, I think maybe D will find a different game to play today. I'd like to do one last little tangent about D's shape, if that's okay. Ah! Oh my god! The fuck? Sorry, bug. Hang on. Oh, you little MFer. Get over here. Hang on, I have to take a bug outside. 1 second. Little rascal? Oh. Sorry, there was a bug that dropped from the ceiling onto my arm. It was like a little beetle or something. I got it. It's outside now. This is why D wanted to fight the bug, the menace. Playing Helldivers in real life is different. And Sony isn't available in some countries. Yeah. There are two kinds of people that travel. Spies and millionaires. No. If D was a millionaire, D would be an ethical millionaire. And D would be giving her money to schools to make tuition free for places that it's not. D would be paying money to help you know, women's reproductive rights. Dee would be taking care of people and building affordable housing that's not crap. And Dee would be an ethical millionaire because Dee doesn't believe that billionaires should exist because you can only become a billionaire by unethical means. If I was a millionaire spy, Dee would not be poor. Dee would have a much nicer computer, and Dee would be building a place and flying her friends out for in-person collabs so that they could relax and enjoy a weekend of fun and still stream. If Dee ever wins the lottery, Dee will do two things. Dee will go on a 2-week vacation, and Dee will build a lovely home in the woods, and then invite all of her friends to come on a paid vacation weekend. And Dee would set up affordable housing for people. Those would be the first, like, 3 things Dee did, aside from, you know, pay off bills and stuff like that. And then help her family. Yeah. Buy my little sister a house with a fence. Buy her a house. Buy my big sister a house. Pay off my brother's mortgage so he can pay for his little girl to go to college. Stuff like that. Dee would help after Dee took care of herself. There's too many people in need in today's world, and while Dee can't help them all, Dee would make a good first start, because once you start helping a handful of people, then they can do the same. Pay it forward. That's what Dee would do. Miss Forger, based Forger. Did you hear about her? Do you know who Miss Forger is? Hang on. The actual Ruth Gottsman. She's the real one. So Ruth Gottsman is the real GOAT. She's a 93-year-old woman, and once her husband passed, all of his investments were liquidated and passed to her, and she inherited over $1 billion worth of wealth. 93-year-old woman. And Ms. Gottsman made a $1 billion donation to, was it Einstein University? She was a former professor, and she studied learning disabilities. She also developed screening tests, and she ran literacy programs. She made... Oh, it was Bronx. It was a Bronx University. No, it was Albert Einstein College. I'm pretty sure. I don't know that. I need to do my research. But Ruth Gottsman, she became a billionaire overnight after her husband passed, and they liquidated all of his assets to her. And she's like, what am I going to do with all this money? I don't need this money. I have a house that's paid. I enjoy my simple life. I'm living off of what I made, and I'm doing just fine. So she donated all of this money to this university, $1 billion, to try, and their announcement was they made tuition free for everyone going to medical school there, free for all of perpetuity. This school can now offer free tuition. There are now going to be an entire generation of doctors going into the medical field without student debt because of her donation. These are the kinds of billionaires that I think make the biggest impact on the world. Yeah. Dee would try to be like that. If Dee ever won a lot of money, make sure you're taken care of, which she already was. Take care of the people you love. She did not have anybody left. And then do what you can for the people around you. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. Very inspiring. I feel like with more people like that in the world, it would be a much better place. Yeah. It's very good news, but it's rare. We don't see a lot of the good news because there's lots of bad things happening. And those of you in the Americas, you are in a very scary place right now. I'm hoping, I'm praying, I'm wishing for the best. D has work in the Americas. All of my travel is getting cut short here and there. Granny does got hands. Philanthropy fantasies are nice. What we would do, it would be a good place if we could all do good for each other. But you gotta take care of yourself first. And that's the hardest thing that some people fail to learn. Technically yes and technically no. These many things. And traveling for work does not help that case. If I were a rich man. Yep, great musical. Has D tried Hollow Cure yet? No, D hasn't tried Hollow Cure yet. I might, maybe. I was thinking maybe I would play another game that tingles the semi-violent brain. So I'll go on one last body tangent and then let's see if we can pick something to play. I need to change my thumbnails. This is unfortunate. I really wanted to play with friends today. And Helldivers is not playable for D until D sacrifices all of her information right now. Warframe was an option. Warframe? Does he have Warframe? Let me go look. Thank you! Oh my goodness. I don't like my laugh. I think it's annoying. I think my laugh is stupid. But thank you. I don't have the token cute girl anime laugh where I go ha 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 or something like that. I don't. I laugh with like my full chest. Oh. I also snort and I think that's really embarrassing. If you get me laughing, you'll hear me go and I do that little like glottal stop. It's very embarrassing. But I've decided I can't fake a laugh, so why? You think I like Warframe? Let me see. Let me see. Warframe. Warframe is free! Warframe? I am an adult. This content is not appropriate for all ages. You awaken as an unstoppable warrior. Okay. I'm the ear for that. Thank you for accepting my normal laugh. I am embarrassed by my laugh, but I don't talk about it much. Because I feel like if you talk about the things you're embarrassed about, it gives them power. Words have power. Which reminds me about this story-driven, free-to-play online game. Is it like Final Fantasy? Because I like Final Fantasy. How do you play? What do you do? I just see beautiful cinematics. Do they have a gameplay? In-game purchases. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, is this a pay-to-win? What is this? Begin a new chapter. I need to see what the gameplay looks like. Is it just an MMO? You can pew-pew? The robots might be hard for D. Robots are very human-adjacent. Even if they are bad guys, there's something about shooting people that are human-shaped. Bugs were perfect for D. Hi, and welcome, Elder Zypher! People don't value free stuff. Yeah. I would rather do like what Baldur's Gate did. I'd rather pay a big buckage up front than have to pay later. I'd rather pay up front for a great game. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the gameplay footage. I might play this offline to make sure it is not triggering first. Good game or not, if it is triggering for D, I am sad to say that is a nope. An unfortunate nope. There's not a lot of shooting games that D can play, so I'm kind of sad that this is happening to Helldivers. I really like that game. Hopefully they'll do something about this decision and roll it back for Steam players, so we can just use our Steam accounts. That would be nice. Yeah. But thank you for the suggestion. I've got it on my list, so I will look at it later. Promise. Oh wait, let me go back, and I will open this in a new tab. Let me get this thing, and I will open that in a new tab. There we go. And I'll keep that tab in the background so I can look at it later. Yeah. So, oh my god, my wings! Okay. So, when Dee transformed into this body, the last little tangent Dee wanted to go on was related to this. Lots of people expected this to lead Dee to lewd content. They expected Dee to all of a sudden become more crass, and they expected that this would lead Dee to being the I'm gonna wiggle my bits for you on stream, stick my tongue out, and make, you know, that face. Dee will be maturely sussy here. And usually it's only accidentally sus. Dee doesn't understand the words she says sometimes. Exactly, looting Dee is your job. Not Dee's. That's your job. So, Dee has gotten a few marshmallows about that who are asking when Dee would open a Fansly, when Dee would start doing lewd content, and Dee was like, no, I'm not doing that. Nope. Very nope. It's not happening. Dee actually got a message about this from Twitch. That Dee is a rare opportunity to see someone who is dressed the way Dee is, but does not do lewd content. They wanted Dee to put a label on Dee's channel, though. Like, one of the mature labels. They're like, just pick one. So that maybe if some people don't want their children watching you, you have a semi-mature label. And if you make a lewd joke here and there because of the way you are dressed, it's not taken in the wrong context. So, yeah. That is what they asked of Dee, and that's why you'll see like significant profanity, even though Dee doesn't really use profanity. You will see that label on Dee's Twitch streams now, so that if Dee makes a joke that Dee doesn't realize is sussy, or if Dee talks about mature topics, we can do so without repercussion. Yeah. And what is the other part? Aside from that, Dee would like to think that Dee is primarily wholesome. That you could allow your family to watch Dee and know that, yes, Dee looks like this, but Dee is not going to embarrass you. Dee will be one of the few role models you can have on the internet who is dressed in a way that is comfortable for herself, but is not trying to overly sexualize this content. Okay? Tags don't lie. Clearly Dee has a potty mouth. Oh yes! Dee walks around saying horrible words like... And for those of you who know, Dee isn't saying anything when Dee hits that button. Dee's censoring air. Agreed, children should not be on Twitch. Agreed. Small children, I am sorry, but Twitch is a very angry, mean place when you are a child gamer. It is not a nice place to be. But children find a way, because they have unlimited access to technology in some places, and we don't want to deny them the opportunity to learn. And we are shaping that world they learn in, so let's counter that. Maybe there should be adult-only spaces, but there should also be a place where we can interact, because we, as adults, anyone over the age of 18, you're an adult. Anyone who is an adult, you are setting an example for the people around you. Yeah. And should you not also be able to interact with these youngsters to teach them right from wrong? Should you not also be in a position where you can show them a better way to behave?
Maybe.
We can be the change that we want to see. Club Penguin, and that's all the kids can have. Now draw Dee. Exactly. There's a wholesome message. Now draw Dee like one of your French potatoes. Dee did say bootylicious, but isn't that a lyric in a song? Does that make it lewd? What is lewd? Let's go on a tangent. Oh, so hi, Tomo! If you don't know, Tomo Aries is the one who brought Dee's song to life and made that glorious masterpiece that is a goddess. Yeah. Don't judge Vtuber by her boba. Get to know her and her boba. I can make silly statements about that without it being lewd. You don't have to make it weird. Tomo is the GOAT. That's a fact. Any parent that lets their child on Twitch hasn't looked at it. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what happens. If you jump on Twitch as a new user, you're going to be flooded with, like, overly schmexualized content. And you would not recommend that for everyone. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah. Do you want to play a game? Yes, sorry, hold on. I'm making you wait for a game. Oh my god. I like talking to you too much. Is that a crime? Do you hate talking to D? Are you okay that D talks a lot? D knows that D yaps, like, quite a bit. I've had this conversation with friends before. I'd be like, I know I talk a lot. I'm sorry if that is overbearing, but I appreciate that you put up with me. Lucky for D. These wonderful friends are usually like, oh my god, shut up, D, I love you. I'm so blessed. Isla is the sweetest kitsune ever. You all know we love her because she's secretly cute, also very fierce. Thank you, Isla, for being my friend and accepting my weird. Isla accepts my weird to the degree that she sent me rocks. Send me pretty rocks. I had a pretty girl send me rocks. You can be jealous now. Yeah, she sent me rocks in my DMs. She's like, I found this and I thought of you. Hang on, wait, let me pull it up. I want to share this with you. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god, wait. I need to pull this up. I need to pull this up. I need to open it. Open that one. Open that one. And open that one. I need to show you this. So she showed me rocks. She showed me rocks. She's like, oh my god, D. Somebody sent this to me and I immediately thought of you. Here, have some rocks. And this is the coolest thing ever. I'm loving this. Okay, I need to grab rocks. Okay. Whoa! Stanley was summoned by rocks. Okay, look. Okay, look. Let me embiggen this for you. Whoa! Wrong button. Let me try again. Other button. Embiggening. Wait, we'll keep that big. I'll just scooch this over here. So, the thing is, morally gray, evil scientist characters are always like biochemical engineers or like nuclear physicists or whatever. But the people want variety. Give me a story about a geologist for once. And so then this guy, Snow Gray, posted, so there's a local mineral show that comes through town every year. Mineral shows. They're showing you all of the beautiful rocks. And they set up a food table. The food rocks. If you've seen this, you know. Look at this. Look at this. I died. I took like a look at it and my first glance, you're like, oh, that's nice. That's like a museum food display. It is not! We're gonna zoom in on this. We're gonna zoom in on this. Okay? I need zoom, enhance. Enhance. I need to put myself in the corner. Look at this. Oh, this is a bad view. Hang on. Let me move it like right here. I'll put myself in the corner and can I zoom in on it? Yes, a little bit. Okay, I need you to pay attention to what you're looking at. Is not food. This is not cheese. This is rock. That's citrine. That is a chunk of citrine. This is not chicken. This is not chicken. This is quartz. This is not peas. That's malachite on the table. This is legit rocks. And I'm just on my mind. I can't. These are rocks. It's not food. It's rocks. And they did it again. The bunch of mad lads. Look at this. This is salt. This is not coffee. These are rocks. This donut is a rock. Oh my god, the sausages are a rock. The egg is rock. This is a bowl of obsidian that looks like berries. I kid you not. This is rocks. And the butter and the bacon! Ah! I can't. Oh my god! These are rocks. Everything on this table is a rock. Mad evil geology! Oh! It's so cool. So she's like, I saw it, I thought of you, and I was like, oh my god. D needs to see this. And I was like, I love this so much. D has licked a few of these rocks. I need to clarify that. Hang on, I've licked some of these rocks in a geology class. We were supposed to. We were supposed to because we were learning about how you can test the soil with your saliva. We didn't actually just eat rocks. Oh my god. We didn't eat rocks. Hang on. Let me explain. Let me explain. D has not eaten rocks. Let me explain. Hang on. I'm not a Goron. But I appreciate the reference. But I'm not a Goron. Okay. So what happened? What happened was in our geology class, the professor has you use your saliva to test certain soil for the presence of clay. And then you get it on your hands, and then some people were like, oh no, I licked my fingers to clean them. She's like, it's okay. This kind of stuff, if it tastes like this, is not going to kill you. However, we were warned about the danger rocks. Is my vine boom busted? Let me check my vine boom. No, you should be able to hear it. Can you hear the vine boom? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Dirt. Okay, good. It's not busted. Don't scare D like that, because it could be. So, she had us taste testing for minerals. You aced your geology, you ate rocks. Yeah, that's right! Eat rocks together! Geology! You scared D. I've had that broke before. You can hear it, thank you. The best of the green shiny rocks, but they are poison. So this Isla Senti rocks. Thank you for appreciating D's weirdness enough to send the stupid rock photos, because that made me so happy. You have no idea. It made me so happy. More rocks. Okay, thank you. More rocks. I snot a nut. Oh my god, that reminds me of Kai. He sent D another picture like that. Where is it? In our stupid group chat. Kai was drawing silly boops of D, and Kai is just too cracked for him's own good. Oh my god, let me find. We were tossing back and forth. I can't remember what the conversation was. But then, where is it? Oh, D was talking about the setup for the art class, and Mari was like, oh my god, this is so adorable. D, you collab queen. I'm like, I thought it would be cute to be like in an art studio. And Kai was like, it looks like D is the model that we're all trying to draw. Then D's comment was, ha ha ha, yes, draw D as one of your silly French doodles. And then Kai, being a friggin' mad lad, decides to draw this. You will enjoy this. Bam. To which D immediately is like, oh my god, shut up! D's not a nut! Limzord! This friggin' lizard! I'm gonna squish he! I'm gonna squish he! Look at this. Limzord drawing D. Oh my god. Mari's response was, wow, you caught her perfectly. And Kai's like, thank you, thank you. And Isla's up there like, oh my god, Kai, this is great. And I'm like, shut up. All of you shut up. And then Kai was doing post collab doodles. D cat screaming at nothing because why not? And then D, so cool. Wow, a pug with tiny little Limzord beans. My friends are as weird as D is, and I love them. Kai's art is so good. Isla's art is so good. Fee's art is so good. Why are the artists so amazing? I'm dying. They're so good. When you have artists as friends, your feed will always be blessed by beautiful doodles. And in Isla's case, lovely schmexy maids. So you should follow Isla Ann on Twitter for lovely maids. They're pretty awesome. That timeline was basically made for people of culture. It's funny, you can laugh now. So round, so soft. Very cute, very pleasing. I love the way Kai draws things so round and so lovely. And then I love how Isla, she's got like this edgy style to her backgrounds, but as all of the edges come together, it smooths out and it feels like an oil painting. It's so classically beautiful, like Isla. One of the reasons I love her work. Non-artists are required in the friend group so that Gartic Phone illustrations go off the rails. Oh my god, we haven't played Gartic Phone yet. We should. Why are they so cracked? I think it's also because they get a lot of practice. And practice makes perfect. If you get all the time in the universe to work at a skill, of course you're gonna keep getting good at it. So Dee is gonna try and go on her own little art journey. And this is just the beginning. Dee would love to be able to do cute sketches of her friends too. I wanna do cute, pretty things of my friends. I should ask them when they're free for Gartic. Maybe next week. What do I got? Next week we're hanging out with Selene. And Dee's gonna try to do a hand cam next week. If Stardew Saturday works out, we're gonna do Stardew Saturday. Hopefully that'll work out. And might be able to do it next week or the week after. Yeah, hand cam stream for Offkai. Offkai mention. Offkai mention. Dee is making swag. And you guys can pick up this swag for a limited time only at Offkai. Dee's hand making her swag. We are making ribbons. And these ribbons are collectible ribbons that you get from going to the event. Dee has purchased, because Dee is a crafter, and Dee goes way too overboard. Dee has like 2 different types of ribbon. We're going to layer them on top and give it a 3D effect. And we're going to put the Offkai logo on one of the layers. And Dee is making her little sun insignia. And it's going to have a pretty little shiny gem in the middle. And you're going to see it come together live. And it'll be really cool. We're going to handcraft it out of resin. Dee doesn't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. When body pillow... It's a good thing you asked that. I need to get back in touch with merch lady. I say we. Okay. Merch story. As condensed as possible. Dee tried to make merch for debut. Dee missed a meeting. Making up time because the editors crapped out on Dee. Dee could not get merch done for debut. But all of the art is prepared and it's ready to be created. In Dee's inbox came an email literally at the beginning of this week from another supplier while we were waiting for this other group. They said they wanted to collab with Dee. So we are working out the stuff. But if all goes well, Dee is going to have merch made by a very well-known group that is going to guarantee shipping. It may not be the crew that Dee wanted to use, but it is going to be more streamlined so Dee can guarantee merch. It's happening. There's still going to be merch that Dee will make immediately available, like digital merch, on her website. But we're going to hopefully start the onboarding process with the new merch crew in the next couple of days. So we're trying to think of a launch date right now. Dee had the opportunity to launch merch like now, but honestly, those of you who are saving up for Offkai, I want you to have that money to go spend on all of your Oshi stuff to go and get your con swag. And because travel is expensive, so Dee is going to maybe wait until after Offkai, and then we're going to do the second outfit debut, and we'll debut all of the merch from debut, as well as we'll get some cozy merch too! Wow. The outfit coming up is going to be a cozy outfit. So we'll get to do some cute cozy merch along with the Shmekshi debut merch I hope it's okay that we'll be bundling it all together. But it will be there. It won't have to be limited. It won't have to be pre-order. It'll be something we can start working on immediately, which is what Dee wanted. But Dee doesn't yet have art for a Dakimakura. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I reach out to Honey Mommy and make a safe for work and a not so safe for work one. Because who is Dee to deny you your fantasies? More like Pedro, for pre-order. A hoodie with Dee wings would be so cute. That's such a good idea, but what would the front have? What would the front of that hoodie have? Because you can't just have Dee's boba on a hoodie and the wings in the back. It would have to be really cute. Like the wings in the... Here, good beat. I gotta dance. A cat hoodie would be cute. It'd be like extra pockets. That would be cute. Dee's not a lewd streamer. We are mature here and we're allowed to make a few crass jokes now and then because we are mature adults. I don't know if you know this, but Dee is not a child. Dee is an adult. And I can use adult words and silly lewd phrases. I'm a giant woman. And I throw it to the ground. Shut up, Christopher Kelly. He's not that short. He's huge, massive, giant. Will crush your planet in her normal size. So be grateful that he shrinks herself down for your convenience. Yes. So maybe that's a cute idea. Maybe I could put my little my moniker on there. My gorgeous goddesses don't gatekeep, with the wings on the back. Or I could put my eyes on the front. We could do a hoodie with just my eyeballs. Do it with like the darkness, like with high beams, but with more darkness. Just eyeballs watching you. That could be kind of cute. Or my little son. Or a cutie. So many cute ideas. We're gonna have to work on it. A hoodie. I would love that. I would wear it. Shoot. Dee is a firm believer that if Dee wouldn't buy the merch, Dee's not going to sell it to you. So while this new supplier doesn't make the kind of keychains that Dee would like, Dee's still going to do her first round of keychains through this supplier. But in the future, what I am going to try to do is I'm going to try to partner with a seller who will be at an artist alley in future conventions, so that I can bring and sell the merch that I wanted to from this other supplier. Current merch dude that we're gonna work with this merch lady on. She said we could work on doing plushies in the future. So making the round blob Dee Squishmallow is a possibility and we are working it! Dee Blob Squishmallow, Dee needs one. I need to violently squish it. So all of my stress will be squished away. Dee doesn't actually have much stress. You are the reason Dee doesn't have much stress. It's your fault. Dee is stress-free. The cuties cure it for Dee. You can stack them! Stack them to the Empire State Building and then knock them over. And it will just rain Blob Dee. That is okay. It is okay if you are broke. That's why Dee wants to wait, so people can recoup their finances, because Dee doesn't want to make you broke. A plushie! Let's go, Mari plush! Oh, Mari's got some friends in the circle, and they make some amazing art and really cool merch. Making it and bringing it to a convention is actually easier than finding a shipper. I would rather make and bring stuff to a convention, so maybe Dee could do that in the future. I could do a table at a convention. I could sign things. I could give you hugs in person. And then I could sell you cute merch. That would be fun. I'd just sit there and I'd squish my plushies all day. I would... You would have to pry them out of my cold hands. Yeah, you're right, Em! Mari's gonna have some really cute stuff for sale at Offkai, so save your pennies. He's not gonna make you buy merch now. Save your money, bring it to Offkai, and spoil that cute palace cat. Do it. Plushie adventure photos! Oh, I would love this so much. I would love to see your adventures. Wonder if I could make like a tiny pocket cutie. And I could take you on adventures. That would be wonderful. Oh, ideas. Okay, we should play a game though. I'm gonna do a little stretch first. We should play a game. I want to play a game. I want to play a game with you. How much can D lift in a suplex hug? So like just pick you up facing you? Comfortably right now. If I loop my arms under your arms and you are like dead weight standing, you know, when, okay. So if you're standing like this and you just lift your arms a little for me to put my arms underneath you. If I'm dead weight suplex lifting you up like this, because this is a lot harder to lift someone, maybe like 250 pounds comfortably. I could not do that for long. I could maybe lift someone from this position for like maybe 5 minutes, and then I'd have to put you down. But if I were lifting you with my quads, if I were princess carrying you, I think I can still lift a 300-pound man. We will check. I will happily German suplex you, but we'll have to do that in a place where I don't actually kill you. Come find me at the con and I will give you a hug, and if you want, you will pick you up. I need to work on my weight training, and then I can princess carry big men around the convention and say you deserve to be princess carried too. But then I can also carry my big, lovely, thick beauties around the convention. I don't know if you understand this, but my need to carry every beautiful woman like a sack of potatoes is increasing. I see pretty girl who doesn't think anyone can pick her up. D is going to be that woman to pick her up. I'm stealing your wife. Watch out! I must steal your wife. Of course! Of course! If she will consent. If she will consent, then D would happily pick her up. If she is comfortable with that. Consent is important. I'm sorry, your wife's too cute. I must steal her. I'm gonna pick her up. I will romance her off of her feet. No, Tia, nobody can replace you. You are a unique being. You are a lovable, upstanding being. And if you treat your wifey half as well as you treat the communities that you mod for, she's a lucky lady. And I'm sure she loves you dearly. In that cute nerd way of hers. Grab her by a leg? No, never! My good sir. She is a lady, which means I will treat her like one. I will gently take her hand and kiss the back of it. I will ask for her consent if she would allow me to princess carry her. And then I will lean and I will scoop her lovely legs into my arms, and I will lift her for the world to see that absolutely she is not too heavy for D. You guys are a bunch of cuties. You wish you were strong enough. Go be strong. What's stopping you from lifting heavy things? There's my question to you. Dee didn't become strong overnight. Dee started lifting things because Dee wanted to look at the power in her own muscles and go, I lifted that. I threw that halfway across a room. I could save people if they needed to be busted out of their vehicle. I could stop a bus. Like things like that. I wanted to have the power to look at my body and feel capable. Gravity? It does take effort, yes. But you know what? Anything worth doing is worth the effort to put into it. If you want to be good at something, wishing will not make your dreams come true. The wish is not going to give you the motivation. That has to come from you. You have to be the reason you do it. I threw that halfway across the room. No, I would not throw a cutie unless you wanted to be thrown. Then we'll talk. Dee is still recovering, so Dee is only working on building her leg strength and running right now. So Dee will begin her weight training journey. In 2 weeks, I have a meeting with a physical therapist who specializes in people who were as injured as Dee was. And then I can, for real, start lifting. So Dee is not very vain. Dee's never looked at herself in the mirror and gone, oh man, I'm a sexy Never. However, when I lift and I get those beautiful sculpted lady warrior shoulders, delicious. Even Dee can look in the mirror and go, dang, we are cut. We are living it. Just look at my shoulders. Look at my... Even I can look at them and appreciate the hard work coming to the fore in my shoulders. My arms may not be what everyone loves, but these are the arms that allow me to hug every dog like it was a puppy. I would love to hang out with Xena. Let's go. You'll rent one of the bounce houses? Yes, and then I can chuck people without hurting them. Yes. Wish someone could pick me up by one leg. Why would you want to do that? That would be dangerous. I won't throw you. Consent is important. Always consent first. Do you bounce? We'll have to see. If you will let Dee throw you, then I will yeet you and we'll see if you bounce. Dee was very, very, very strong. They used to poke fun at it while we went on ruck marches, and they would give Dee the heavy equipment to carry because they're like, dang, you a pack mule! Curly Fry, you a pack mule! It was funny. Dee would give big boys piggyback rides while they were carrying their M16s, and they'd be like, who needs a steed to ride into battle? Curly Fry can carry me. It would be on top of my rucksack, and I'd be like, bro, really? Why can't you pick me up? And they'd be like, because I'm a dainty gentleman. Ooh. It was so funny. I miss those guys. We had a lot of fun, but you have to have a lot of fun. And you bond when you are in very tough situations. They're good people who unfortunately also went through lots of mental and physical trauma as a result of our lives doing the big danger. But they're all good people. They're all good people who unfortunately suffered a lot. I am the pack mule, and I'm a blood bag because I am a universal donor. I am O negative, so I can give everyone my blood and I can carry them to safety. I am the healer of the group. If I could train for the Highland Games, that would be so cool. I can't wait. Guys, I am so hyped. I have been working for 5 years to heal up enough to start weight training again. And I want to be able to do so comfortably. I want to be able to lift and run and move the way I used to, or close to it. I want to feel capable in my body again, and I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna do it. I can save your life. I will steal your wife. Yeah, Oneg! I am the blood pinata! I'm Maggie Loon! I am. Oh, you probably hear the people in the neighborhood. They're noisy. This window is not soundproofed. Dee needs to soundproof her next base of operations. The blood bank always wants you, but you fail the blood donation? Oh no, being low iron is so difficult. You know, something Dee learned about being low iron is it happens more often than you think because of how we eat. Eating meat and cheese together is actually harming you when it comes to iron. Because when we consume calcium, which, ladies, every supplement out there made for women has extra calcium in it because they're like, oh, bone density problems. Not true. A lot of that is vitamin D issues. And they try to shove iron in there and they're like, it'll help you with iron deficiency. Nope. If it has calcium in it, it's hurting you. Calcium your body will prioritize the absorption of calcium over other nutrients. Believe it or not. So if you are iron deficient, you need to have meat or other sources of iron like dark leafy greens. Have them with a source of vitamin C instead. Dee wanted to be a dietitian, and so Dee loves food science, and only recently learned this from another dietetic who's working with Dee, because gotta be healthy, gotta get back our gains inside and outside. Yeah. So eating vitamin C, so having like bell peppers and fajita meat, having a piece of fruit with your morning omelet or something, doing vitamin C and your iron, you'll absorb more. It also helps with vitamin D. So you can get your C, D, and iron together, but don't have it with calcium. If you are like D and you enjoy whipped cream on tasty coffees, or you like cream cheese on your bagel and you have your cream cheese with bagel, egg, and bacon in the morning or something, and you think, oh, I've got iron-rich foods here. The cream cheese is going to do you in. The cream in your coffee will do you in, and you won't absorb the iron. Have your meat with lemon or orange slices. Have your meat with vitamin C-rich vegetables. That's one of the reasons why for years they told you to have like carrots along with like steak, because carrots are also high in vitamins A and C, and they're going to make you absorb all the good things from meat better. Yeah. Have vitamin C with your protein. Yeah. Eat what your stomach tells you to. That's wonderful. No, not a lot of people have a body that tells them what it wants. If you were raised like Dee and you were told you have to finish everything on your plate, your body has forgotten how to tell you what it needs. So we have to be a little more cognizant of our food choices. Yeah. My neighbors are running around hitting things with sticks. You know, we are a bunch of nerds, so that might be the case. It's the most athletic person in your family by a long shot. You feel the desire to be able to move, run, jump like you used to. Yes, that is a hard way to be, Ahmed. That is absolutely a hard way to be. But you know what? You can do it. Some days it feels like you're taking 3 steps forward and 2 backwards, but you're still making steps forward. Dee had a lot of moments over the past 5 years of recovery where Dee wanted to quit. Dee thought Dee would never get better. And Dee couldn't see how far she was going because all you could feel was the pain in that moment. Let yourself feel that. That's okay. It does get better. It just takes time. Yes, Fee should not eat herself for breakfast. That is true. We didn't have a lot, so yep, same with Dee. Dee was raised in a family where you had to finish it, even if you weren't hungry. Oh, horror of food. We've all been ruined for food. You should let your body eat when it wants to eat, even though that's not convenient for today's standard. Like, so Dee's older siblings are older than Dee by quite a lot. So Dee has a niece and a nephew. And Dee's nephew, he doesn't feel hungry in the morning for breakfast. And my sister-in-law, love her so much, was so worried about it. She's like, well, I can't just force him to eat. Like, he's not hungry. What do I do? So eventually they started doing this thing where she would make him sandwiches, like breakfast sandwiches, and wrap it up, and he would take it to school with them. And when they were finally hungry between the first few periods of school, then they'd eat the sandwich she packed. And she talked to the teachers about it, and they're like, yeah, that's fine. We don't care. That's fine. Do what your kid wants to do. It's hard to work with the modern standard of living and when we should eat food. Food is a pain. You were raised to at least try it. Good. Yes. Don't limit yourself to flavors because your taste buds literally change every 5 years up until you are 32, 33-ish. I think it's even 36 now. You might have hated something once, but don't deny yourself the opportunity to try delicious and good food. Healing is a journey. Her healing is a journey. And for every step you make, 1,000 congratulations, because you have overcome the challenge of yesterday. A challenge of you from last year might not have been able to overcome. Hi, Storm Gundam! Welcome! You still hate salads? But are you eating salad like, oh, it's got a little lettuce leaf and a crouton and maybe a cherry tomato? Or are you having salads that are like chopped broccoli, chopped cucumber, a whole dang pepper and tomato and chunks of chicken or salmon and like cottage cheese or a shredded cheese, and then you're also having like olives or feta with it? Like, you Americans don't know how to do a salad. A salad should be way more variety of vegetables, and it's so good if you do it right. Do a proper dressing. Oh, that's a good one. Do a proper dressing. Make your own vinaigrette. It's so good. Squish up some berries, put it in a thing with some vinegar and a little sugar, and shake it up. Add some poppy seeds. So good. You're picking up a salad from your farm. Let's go! Send me some cucumbers. I'll love you forever. I like cucumbers. I had half a cucumber before the stream and my coffee. Because all you wanted today was coffee. You used to not try anything that smelled weird. Good! Eldritch Zyper, you're going to be opened up to so many cool opportunities to experience food. Food is supposed to nourish the body. And when you're younger, like, your senses are a little stronger, one would hope, unless genetics interfered. And they don't allow you to enjoy everything you could. Okay? As you get older, everything changes. The body is still trying to tell you what it needs. Ranch is delicious. You can make your own ranch too. Do you know how to make homemade ranch? Or homemade Thousand Island? Homemade ranch. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Ranch and Thousand Island are basically just mayo dressing and sour cream. My favorite recipe for homemade ranch is a half a cup of mayo, half a cup of sour cream, a half a cup. You can use buttermilk or regular milk, which you can make your own buttermilk. I can teach you how. We're gonna do hand cam cooking streams because Dee loves to cook. I'm gonna do hand cam cooking. I'm gonna show you. And then you use spice mix. It's like a teaspoon, like dill weed, and oh my goodness, what else do you put in there? You go put garlic. Get yourself some garlic, parsley, chives, onion powder, salt, pepper, and then just combine it. It's just spices, sour cream, mayo, and buttermilk. It's so good. Pickles are cucumbers that got jacked from the gym. You know, you can pickle anything in the right brine. Brine is just like a vinegar soup with herbs. It's so good. Talon count? No, this not a pigeon gumpy. Shush. Ranch has mayo. Yes, it has mayo. You didn't know? I mean, store-bought ranch has mayo chemicals. But that's what it has. You want your food cooked? Okay, that's fine. Cooked food is good. Raw food, also good. As long as you clean off the chemicals used on it. You don't like pickles, but you like to just eat them? Fair. Some people don't like the sour tang with meat. Okay, Dee's gonna keep nerding out with you, but I'd like to game. What would be a good game? What can Dee do that's brainless? Most of the games that are on Dee's list right now are all games that Dee wants to like turn her brain off to and play. Dee doesn't have any other Pew Pew games. Dee does have Slime Rancher. Dee's never played Slime Rancher though. Does that count as a Pew Pew game? Finally gaming at the 2-hour mark? Maybe Dee should take a break and go get breakfast then. Today is just chatting now. Tetris! You cannot eat Dee raw. Dee is not a food. Mayo is not that bad, Kirkland. It's not. It's just egg goop. Mayo is from egg whites. Yeah. It's got something like a gun. Is it technically a Pew Pew game? Dee's never played Slime Rancher. And he kind of wants to try it. Is it worth trying? Franjan gifted it to D before Franjan got really sick and couldn't stream anymore. It was really sweet. Maybe we try. Bite, don't bite. It's got a vacuum? Maybe? We could try a little bit. Maybe like an hour, and then D should get breakfast. Eventual breakfast. Oh, they just got a message from Merch Lady. Thank you, Merch Lady. She's so sweet. It's more manager than a sim, or more manager sim than a shooter. I keep looking at Helldivers, hoping that they will roll back this update, but I know it won't happen in a day. Kind of sad. I can play more Valheim! D is trying to level up her character from ground zero so that D can take that character and start a server with it to play Valheim with friends. But we're playing Valheim tomorrow. Valheim is my comfort game. Too much money in place? Ugh. I'm gonna have to figure out how to work through it. Touch grass? What's touch grass? Is that a Steam game? Touch Some Grass is a Steam game. What? It is? What? I love Valheim. That is my comfort game. Touch Some Grass. What? It's a $2 game. Sure. I'm pretty sure this is what they meant. Okay. What is... Sure! Let's try it. You will download it. Take my money. Thank you. Let's touch some grass, sure. Let's check it out. It's a very small game. It's not even 600 megabytes. This will take like a minute. Let's check it out. Let's touch grass together. Well, Dee's about to touch grass, Plasma. So we're gonna change the name. We're going to call it Chatting and Touching Grass ? Exclamation point. Okay, I changed this, and then I'm gonna go to gaming. We're gonna do touch grass. Touch some grass. And he is just going to use... Oh, let's make a thumbnail together. Let's make a thumbnail. Okay, library. Touch some grass. Play. Okay. Let's go. Wow! That's loud. Options. Make it less. Is that too loud? I'm gonna turn that down. Oh, it's got a good beat. Is that still too loud? What do you think? You're responsible for this. Let's go. Game capture. And this is gonna be touch some grass. This is a good volume? Good audio? Okay. Nice. Let's make a thumbnail! I like these noises! Let's see. What's a cute pose for a thumbnail? How about this? Now Dee can look very confused for this thumbnail. Perfection. To the gaming screen! The background is being censored by D. It's got good beats though. I'm here for the beats. Let me whip up a thumbnail real quick and we'll play. It's got a good rhythm and it sticks to the beat. I could get behind this. Have I played Peggle? No! Touch grass. What is Peggle? We got a game about grass up here. It's got pretty funky beats for you to enjoy, dear. We'll make you sing and make you swing along. It's a funny game about grass with a funky song. We're gonna be out here and go and touch some grass, you see. We're gonna hang out and you go and touch some grass with you. I've changed the category, don't you worry, cutie. And then we'll play some games. Alright, let's go. Grounded. Another good game. Wings out of the way. Let's touch some grass. Survive or relax. Don't do it. Nice. Survive. What do we do? What? What? What are we supposed to do? Oh! I have to keep touching it? Oh, I have to keep holding my hand. Oh my god, it explodes. I have to keep my hand down. Keep holding the button. Okay. Wow. That's it? We're touching grass! Yay! Oh, it gets faster. All right. Doom, 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 doom. Ding a ding, ding a ding, ding 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 ding. Ba 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 ba. Is this the new stratagem? Whee! Wow! Beep, boop, bop, boop. F. Ooh. Oh, it does get faster. How fast does it get? If you touch grass, you won't explode. You just have to touch the right grass. Woo. Old man endings. Trespassers will be promptly destroyed. Haha. Get wrecked, I'm touching your grass. Ooh. Funky. It's not that hard yet. I think if it gets a little bit faster, then it will be challenging. Boop. 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 Okay. We're almost being challenged. Come on, challenge D. Challenge me! I think the only challenge right now is holding down this button and continuing to hold down the button. Relax. Don't do it. Only you survive. Only survive. Boop. Thank you for the boop. Easy game. How long can you hold down the button is what this game should be called.
Hello, D.
Hi, Ninja. Welcome to D. We're touching grass. Now you can say that you touched grass today with D. I spent time with my Sphinx goddess and she made me touch grass. Get touched. Get touched grass. Alright, now we've got a game. I made a face. Wow. Reach out and touch grass. I am an anime girl. Hopefully sometimes I sound like... Wait, what do you mean? It sounds like a manga title? Wait, what did? What sounded like a manga title? No, Sphinx Hawks! Not at a time like this! We're trying to touch grass in peace and you're shenaniganating! I need you to calm down. Touching grass shouldn't be this exciting. How long can we keep our finger on the button? That is the question. Ooh. There we go. Now we're being challenged. There we go. Now it's speedy. Now we actually have to keep our eyes open. Oh no, I blinked! Hooray! We did it! Wow, look at this. This guy sat here for 5,000 hours? Do you have a life? I am afraid for you touching grass for that long. That is fear. Why? This is how you touch grass? What is relax mode? Oh, it's just, I will touch the grass and make a face. I will make noodle boops. I will make a new face. It's an Etch-a-Sketch. That's an old toy. So what do? You just sit here and you hold it down? And you get points? Punch the grass. No, you can only pump it. Gently. Gentle pumping of the grass. Gently, I will smack your grass. Gently, I will draw a cat face. Okay. Oh, I can't make triangles. That is not the cat face I wanted. You live in a desert, but they told you to touch grass. Story of my life. Boop. It is not a cat. It's not cat enough. Yeah. Now the body is round. Gently smacking your grass, and then using my magic powers to put it back again. Haha. 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 The body is square. Did you hear about that one person who brought grass to a convention so that all the weebs could touch grass? Can you think of how nasty that grass was by the end of the convention? That's all I think of. Journey? What's Journey? I like that. The design is very human. With this, you do not have to touch grass. You don't even have to go outside. This is peak engineering right here. You don't even have to go outside. You can just touch the grass. Just let grass over it. Is Journey a good game? What kind of a game is Journey? Wordless traveling through desert? That's Dee's life. Isla! I was talking about you earlier. I shared the rocks with everyone. We're touching grass. Dee's not really sure why. Let's go explode and touch grass. We got experience from touching grass. I want a fancy scarf. The rock buffet! I love it! It made me so happy. Isla, how are you doing? Happy Friday! Journey, you get to chirp. Hang on. Let's go look. I like this beat. Journey. Journey. Oh, it's on my wish list. It's wordless. It looks really pretty. I saw one of my Oshis who graduated play this game. It's lovely. Hi! You touched grass today? Joking it was asphalt? No! I'm so sorry you had to touch asphalt. Why aren't you modded? Can I mod? Oh wait, let me use the actual platform. Mod. How to mod? Allow the meaty to be modded. We're on a rare YouTube stream today where Dee yapped for literally 2 hours and now this. Touch grass but you live in the inner city. No. We're gonna try to survive again. Oh, that's right. Dee forgot to hold the button down. We're holding the button down. And it's gonna take at least 5 minutes for it to actually become a challenge. It's super hot, oh my goodness. I hope you get to cool down with either a tasty treat or the majesty of air conditioning. You're stinking! Ranch, let's go! Stinky meaty sweat. Oh my god, you could harvest meaty sweat today. Harvesting so that the miracles have something to get them through another horrible day at the office. You can market it that way too. Is your life meaningless? Do you lack adorable fox girl? Look no further. Now you can enjoy the scent of fox girl whenever and wherever. Introducing Miri Fox Girl Sweat, now a consumable item that you can purchase on sale now for $9,999 USD. When you're having a rough time at the office and you think nothing else with the scent of adorable Fox Girl could save you, look no further than Miri Sweat TM. That's right, this lovely Parfum de Fox will keep you happy when everything else in the world is making you sad. Ask to touch grass? No longer. With adorable meaty fox girl scent. Now on sale for a limited time only! This is what we came for. Don't test that theory. What a deal! This reminds you how gladiator sweat was purchased by the rich Romans. That's true. They thought that your sweat contained your vital essence and that they too could become amazingly potent if they consumed your sweat. Watch me sell you a dead fish. Watch me sell you pre-touched grass. Your Sphinx goddess will touch your grass for you and you will buy it. No. I don't know how to market, or do I? Is that the secret? Was that the secret all along? Could Dee market? It's very satisfying to make a mess out of it and then to instantaneously be able to clean the grass. Like, I'm gonna mess up your grass. I'm gonna make it so gross. I'm gonna touch every inch of this grass that it will let me. And then, bam, instantly beautiful grass. That is the most satisfying part, by far. Maybe it's Maybelline. Just sweat. Was the oil on their bodies that they were massaged with? Wait, really? They used massage oil and they ate it? Is that healthy? Is that halal? I got you to keep watching, didn't I? Does that mean I'm good at marketing? Or does that just mean that you love watching my wiggles? Because either is okay. As long as you do not leave D, for D is a sad and lonely girl underneath all of these wiggles, and D would cry. That's about it. Print $10, signed 20, signed and kissed $30, signed and blessed. How will I bless it? That is for D to know and you to find out. Oh! No! I got exploded! Dirty olive oil. I got your dirty olive oil. We were going to play a Pew Pew game today, but then D found out that D can't play the Pew Pew game because it is forcing D to sell her information. Not cool, Helldivers. Not cool. Whoa! Wrong button. Better button. Other button. Yay! We can button. Do we touch grass more? Or do we find something else? The review scores have plummeted, yeah. I think a lot of people were affected by this, and rightfully so. That they are all going, nope, I'm sorry, I loved your game. How could you do this to me? How could this happen to me? Cry. 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 More coffee. And then the tears of the ancients. They used a thing a decade ago. Strigil. What is strigil? Like a... Oh! A strigil! Okay. They still do that. In like sweat tents. Yeah. Review bombing is childish. I would agree that I don't believe that you should just give them a negative review for this change, because we all loved the game. But I do feel like knocking it down a star for selling out our private information is kind of sad. Wait, really? One of the members of this small team made that for D. They just asked D to wiggle to a rhythm, and they're like, don't worry about it, I'm making a thing. And they made it for D as a congratulatory gift for D's, what's it called? For D's evolution. So I am happy to have been able to integrate that. D has not had much time to make new fun things because D has been, what's the word? D has been very busy with debut prep because of the whole fiasco with the editors. So it became very difficult for D to plan any kind of new content. But now, D is doing con prep! I'm so excited to make stuff for Offkai. It's gonna be great. Why I beheaded? That's not Manny's head, Gumpy! That is a head I made, and I will teach you how to make it. It's my cheap binaural head that does the same thing. Oh! I moved down. Dang it. That's my bad, I moved down. No! It's childish when customers become disgruntled. Yeah. But yes, it is the only voice that they have. Right now, it's all they've got. I don't understand making your entire review negative, though. I do understand being upset about it. D is upset. I don't want to sell my information to a third party. No, thank you. It's not really that hard unless you have the need to wiggle constantly. And D unfortunately has 80 of the Ds, so D wants to wiggle constantly. Ah! Keep your hands still. You got your car back? Oh my god! That's wonderful! Were they able to fix everything that was damaged in the attack? When the Fire Nation attacked? The launcher platform, it was so bad they torched it. That's wonderful news. I'm so excited for you. Let's go, Darlene! For those who don't know, Darlene's vehicle was unfortunately broken into and very badly trashed not too long ago. So this has been a huge issue for a while. I'm so happy that they were able to fix that for you, my dude. Now you have vehicle back. So now you can go cruising and then find this fool who did it and give him a bruising. I'm gonna make a mess of your grass. I'm touching your grass. I'm touching your grass. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing, exactly. Yeah, did insurance cover all of the repairs? Or did you still have to, do you have to cover anything out of pocket? Because that's no bueno. Time to squash the heretics. Someone has defiled the bush. The beautiful green bush, Darlerian, has been harmed in one way, shape, or another. I will go to battle. Okay. Dang. Deductibles are a pain, but I hope it wasn't too much. I'm very happy that you have that back, though. That's wonderful news. And hopefully more freedom returned to the Dar. Dee should maybe keep a running list of silly games that Dee could play on the background when things like today happen and Dee can no longer play the game that Dee wanted to. Hopefully that's not like a normal occurrence, because that would suck. Don't want it to be a normal occurrence. Dee could take a small break and grab breakfast. Breakfast or game? Voices of the Void? Yeah, you know the D is a massive chicken. And D will cry. IRL, D is not really afraid of anything. It's hard to make D scared at any single thingamajiggity boob. However, there's something about scary video games and not having my senses that makes D extra scared. Yeah, it's either, yeah, I would buy, or nah, it's not worth your time. Exactly. And I wish that it was more of a scale and you could just knock it down a star. D would still say that the game is great. I love it. I really do. I'm interested in Journey now. Annapurna. What is Annapurna? It says they have a whole franchise. Breakfast sounds good. Maybe breakfast, but I want to hang out with you more. We didn't touch enough grass. One more grass. One more grass. And then you will have to make the scary big decision to go and, what's it called? Get food and go start the day. Breakfast is what begins the day. But there's so many other things that D wants to do. Tomorrow we're going to be on Twitch. We're going to be doing Saturday morning gaming. Saturday morning gaming. We're going to play D's Happy Place game. A publisher that mostly does story focus. Ooh. So they're definitely up D's alley then. My tummy's not sad. I have a lot of lovely wiggles that will feed my tummy even when I do not eat. But starving yourself is not a good diet plan. It's mostly chill, the occasional spook. Do your job and get signals from space. Isn't that Outer Wilds? I still need to play more Outer Wilds so that I can figure out the secrets of why the sun is exploding and what happened to the civilization that has now disappeared. I need to figure that one out. I want to know the secrets. I love a good mystery. Also love a good escape room puzzle too. This is so satisfying to go whoop, and then it's perfect grass again. Grass perfection. I am the grass perfecter. This reminds me of, there is a guy who goes around, I don't know if you've seen his TikToks or whatnot, but he goes around fixing people's lawns. Voice of the Void is a lot for free game. Yeah? Maybe. So there's a guy who goes around fixing people's lawns. He runs a business and he's funding it entirely using his TikTok videos. And what he does is he like edges the grass and cleans up the weeds and makes it look nice. And he goes up to people and is like, hey, does anyone live in this old busted house? Would you mind if I cleaned up their lawn? Or hey, would you mind if I cleaned up your lawn for you? And people are usually like, what are you selling? And he's like, nothing, I'm doing it for my channel. I expect you to die? Escape room games? Yeah, let's go! I love escape room games. They really get your brain noodle cooking. I like to cook the brain noodle. Cooking the noodle. Oh no! Circles! I wanted to move my mouse in circles, and circles were my undoing. No, I don't expect you to survive. I expect you to die. I can't wait for VR. VR is gonna be a vibe. But D has to get the full setup because D is VR-less. Lack of VR means no 3D wiggles. You'll never have your brain cooked again like Outer Wilds. I love when there's a good story that does the good things for you. A good story that brings about the best that your brain has to offer. A good story that allows you to wonder the meaning of the universe. Alright, we don't need no more grass. Back to the tower! Thank you for touching grass with D. While we could not pew pew, you heard a lot of from D, yapping your ears off today. Hi, Requiem. Yeah, D tries to do a YouTube stream once or twice a week. What do we got this week? This week, today, I think we have. Do we have one more, or was this the only one this week? This might be the only YouTube this week. D's primary platform is Twitch, so you will find D on Twitch. But we try to maintain this channel so that people know to look here for VODs and for shorts and edited content. Oh yeah! Every I expect you to die starts with a James Bond like opening slang from the villain's point of view. James Bond, I expect you to die! You're most welcome. Thanks for spending time with D. I really appreciate that. And Miri, thank you for popping by. Hope you have a good one, cutie fox. I was telling everyone that you are my favorite spicy bean earlier today. I had so much fun hanging with you guys. And thank you, Isla, for dropping by. And Tomo. It was good to see you, cuties. Well, I'll be back on Twitch tomorrow morning. And I'm gonna go get some breakfast, but you'll still see D online. I have a meeting to go to later today for merch that hopefully we can get that stuff set up for the convention after the con, and then they can have baby's first merch. Wow! Baby's first merch drop. How should I send you off? With a biggity bang!
Hello, everyone.
Why would you do the pigs when he's not on stream?
Thank you.
Why?
Oh my God.
Thanks for coming to hang with D today. We could not play Helldivers due to the unfortunate new rollout. But tomorrow, join D for Valheim. Brain rot. Dang it, my tits aren't on this screen. There you go, there's the tits.
Release me from the pile. Wah. Wah.
I'll see you tomorrow, cuties. Bye. We'll be on Twitch tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day.